How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I know it has been kind of a minute. Honestly, I've just been really busy with work and I've kind of felt a little under the weather the last week. So I think I'm finally getting over that, and then next week will be Mustang week. So hopefully I'm fully better for then, and I will be trying to post daily out there and trying to get out a cool video for you guys, maybe that don't have the chance of going or something, that you guys can watch it. In today's video, I think I'm gonna go over some different ways that you can make your 99 to 04 New Edge Mustang, and really this even goes back into the previous years of the SN95, just to kind of spice it up a little bit and make it feel a little bit newer and more like a, I guess, premium car. Because you know, these cars from factory, they don't really come with the best interiors. They're cars from 99 to 04, so you can't really expect too much of the quality and everything, because every single vehicle made back then was pretty much the same exact way. I just want to kind of go over a few things that you can do, and I will show you guys my interior if you guys are new here. So if we do go ahead and open up the door, which don't mind how dirty it is. Like I said, I will be going to Mustang Week pretty soon, so I still need to like fully clean everything, and I just haven't been doing that because I've kind of been trying to put it off just until Mustang Week, that I'm not cleaning it and then cleaning it again. As you guys can see, my interior is a little bit different than what it came factory, at least in the 2-valve cars. Now, as you can see, my car is silver on the exterior, so I tried to go kind of with that same little theme, kind of trying to tie it into these small little spots. The floor mats, they have silver inserts. The pedals, they're silver. The shift knob, silver. Now the steering wheel, it is red. The main reason I did do that is because of the tachometer. You know, it has those red little gauges, and you have the little seat belts. So all in all, I mean, I think this has definitely improved from what a factory car comes in these years. Now I did definitely luck out because I did find a black or charcoal premium car. So I found probably the best spec that you could get, in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of the gray, not a big fan of the tan. So therefore, I think the black looks amazing in these cars. And I also lucked out just for the sole fact of how clean the interior is. I mean, this was a one-owner car owned by like a grandma. So, I mean, honestly, it's the best thing you can get. The only thing is my driver's side seat is starting to somewhat wear a little bit, but every other seat, I mean, it's pretty much still mint in this car, which is really nice. But if we go ahead and just kind of list some of the things that I have in here, we can go ahead and start from the bottom up. Now these floor mats, they are cheaper floor mats. I used to have some different ones. They were all black that came with the car, but they were starting to get worn out, so I did replace these. I think I may have paid $150 for this. Now it's not like necessarily the best material, but if you're like me and you don't really drive your car other than for just pure enjoyment or whatever the case may be, you're not really gonna get this that dirty. So you're not gonna be like stepping in mud and then hopping in your car or anything. So these aren't as high end of material as maybe you could get, or like my last ones, they were a lot better material, but I just didn't wanna pay $300 to $400 for floor mats, especially because it was just my driver's side that was not that good anymore. And obviously you can do different things. So like if you have a red car, you could get red inserts. If you have a blue car, you could get blue inserts, and so on. Obviously I have an option for that. I think that's the factory like emblem choice that you could get, the color, and I just so happened to luck out and let it match my car. Now these pedals, the pedals, I do think that they came in Mach 1s and Terminators, maybe Bullets, I'm not exactly sure, I can't remember. But I went ahead and did these. It's literally just pedal covers. I mean, they may have costed me like $100, if that. I mean, they are kind of a pain to get on, but honestly, I think it's all worth it. Just for the sole fact that it does spice it up and it does give you a little bit better of grip, but you kind of have like little rubber inserts. And I mean, these need to be cleaned, obviously, but I think it spiced it up a lot. If we do go ahead and hop in the car, I think one of the big things is a shift knob. I happen to go with the Cobra Terminator style shift knob. Obviously this is the 5-speed version. I think LMR sells these for like $45 or so. So I mean, they're relatively cheap. Now the leather, I mean, it's fake leather kind of. I mean, it feels good. Doesn't exactly match the boot, but it's close enough that it doesn't really matter. But I mean, I think this is a really comfortable shift knob, especially compared to what I had last time. It was like a plastic one that was like $15 because I manual swapped this car, and that's what came with the kit, and that was just what I was using at the time. Obviously, you can do stuff like, I know MGW, they do custom shift knobs, which is really good. I was going to opt out for that, but I just didn't really want a ball style shifter at this moment. I wanted something that would feel really comfortable, and obviously the silver just really matched really good. And that kind of leads me into my next thing, a shift boot. Now this is just, I think, what came factory in these cars, but obviously it matches like the leather. I was thinking about doing this and like an Alcantara, same thing with the e-brake boot and Alcantara, and like have the same red stitching that's on my steering wheel. I think that would have looked really good, but I haven't really done that yet. Not sure if I'm gonna do that because realistically, I mean, the steering wheel is kind of out of place, not gonna lie, since the rest of the car is like plastic and leather. Another really good option would be a head unit. Now this definitely does change it up because, as many of you know, these things come really like old school style. It's not a lot of stuff. I mean, you maybe have like 6 different channels that you can go to, and then you also have very little like tunability on them. But this one is a Pioneer head unit. It's a really cheap head unit. It does the trick for what it is. Now you're gonna ask, which one is this? But I don't think they make these anymore. But you can change your colors, you can change the background, and then you have, like if you're like me, you have a reverse camera, so you can obviously have stuff like that in here. But I think this definitely does spice up everything. And I mean, just simply from looking at the view, obviously you can tell it's a lot different from the factory head unit. Now, ever since I have done this upgrade, I think it is way better, especially over the stock steering wheel. Now, if you're anything like mine was starting to get up there in age, just because it's been on the car for 20 plus years and it was starting to wear a little bit. I was obviously wanting to do something different. I actually had Redline Goods. They had custom made this one, sent it out to me, and I optioned for the full Alcantara with the red stitching and the red stripe. Now, I know they could do like leather, or like leather down here, and there's many different companies you could go with, but I thought this one was really good. They're decent for what the price is. I didn't pay this because they sent it to me, but I think if you're looking to pay for one, it would be around $1,000, which a lot of people, that is steep for a steering wheel, but for me, something that needed to be replaced. I wasn't gonna waste my money on like a $300 option that's just gonna fall apart after a year or so. Alcantara, you do have to clean it and you have to take care of it and maintain it, but if you do the proper things, it will last for a while, especially if you're somebody like me who's not hopping in the car with like oily hands or anything. It's gonna last you a lot longer. Now, another really good option would be doing some kind of seats. Now, even if you have like a base, I think upgrading to leather seats would be a really big upgrade. I mean, the cloth seats, they're really comfy in this car, but so are the leather. I think they just look better than the cloth. And realistically, I mean, to upgrade from a base to a premium in these cars, it's really just the seats. Just found some seats for a pretty good deal. I mean, I think I would definitely pick those up. And then you could always go the route of doing some kind of Corbos or like cheaper options like Brom. You could always do some kind of racing seats, which is kind of what I plan on doing in the future once this car isn't really a daily anymore, which it's not really a daily, but I still like the car to be comfortable. And same thing with the rear seat. I mean, you could always throw like a rear seat delete in there or whatever the case may be. And there's really endless options. I mean, if you did have racing seats, you could throw like a nice little harness bar in there with harnesses, even if you needed them or not. I mean, everything could go a long way into making the interior look a lot better. And I mean, you could even go as far as like 3D printing some kind of different factory gauges, or you could do a different gauge. I mean, there's so many different options that you can do. If you have a supercharger, you can do like cool little boost gauges and stuff that makes it look factory and makes it actually look good. I've even seen plenty of people change out this little coin slot because, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I've never used this thing. I don't know anybody that does or would. So there's been plenty of people that like change that out for like a coin slot delete or whatever the case may be. You could always go the route of doing some kind of like ambient lighting too in here, which you could just do like some kind of strips from wherever, Amazon or whatever. I'm not exactly too big on stuff like that and cars that doesn't come with it. I know like the S550s and S97s, those things look good with the factory ambient lighting, but I'm not exactly too fond of people doing like strips. Now, some people can make it look really good, some people make it look tacky. It just kind of depends on how you do it and how it looks whenever it's finished and whenever it's on or whatever the case may be. Honestly, I don't drive this thing at night enough to even need to worry about ambient lighting, so I would never probably do that to this car. I know there's a lot of people that do it to try to upgrade it and make it feel more premium than what it is. So I don't know if you guys would really even count this as the interior or not, but I do have something kind of cool in my trunk, which I do have a complete video showing how I did it. Now I have 2 custom 10-inch subs sitting in the spare tire well, and then it's like a false floor. Now I don't use my trunk other than occasionally going golfing if I take this car, or occasionally picking up a few groceries at a grocery store. So I don't really need the trunk for what most people probably do. And even if you did travel and you had like a setup like mine and you always needed to use the trunk, I mean, you could always throw cages, or if you really want to get into it, you could just throw a whole entire other false floor over top of it, because I mean, this is just wood, and then you could just completely cover it up. Obviously you lose a little bit of height, but I mean, realistically, these cars don't have that huge of trunks, so you're not going to be fitting that much. And I don't know who's really using their trunk that much in a Mustang, unless you're going to something like a Mustang week and you have to throw a suitcase, or for some reason if you're getting groceries. So that's also something else that you could do. I guess let me know your guys' thoughts. What have you done to your interior to make it look a lot better? That's just some of the few things that I've done, and honestly I think this is one of the better looking new edge interiors. I'm not just trying to say that because it's my car, but it's really simple, but it's still enough to feel more modern and more updated, but it's still really like OEM-esque. As far as Mustang Week goes, I don't have that much stuff to prep. I literally just have to detail the car and then I'll pretty much be set. I know my brother's got to detail his Mustang and he'll be pretty much set. And then it's just praying and hoping that we can make it down there and back without anything breaking. Because if you guys have seen the last few years, I've always had issues, which that's given whenever it's an old car like this. Hopefully next year, maybe I can change something up, either go down a newer car or maybe like a truck and trailer, who knows. Like I said, it probably doesn't even look dirty on camera, but I haven't washed it in like close to a month. And I mean, there's tons of bugs all over it and the wheels are dirty. I need to polish the tips and obviously give a good clean on the inside because it's just dusty and has a lot of grass in there. Let me know what you guys are taking down to Mustang Week. If you guys do see me, make sure to say what's up. Maybe if you see my car, make sure to post it on like Instagram and tag me or whatever, and I'll hopefully be able to see it and respond, because I always do think that's cool. And I mean, who doesn't like to see their car out in public? Let's see if we can try to hit 1,700 subscribers before we go. I do plan on having like a prep video, hopefully maybe Friday or that Saturday, but I know Monday through Friday I should hopefully get a video up. And even if I do miss an event or something, I'll probably still upload like a pull out video or whatever, because I usually do that every year. They always seem to do pretty decent, and I know not everybody likes to just sit there and hear somebody talk. They're just really trying to search for their car, so I'm trying to give them a decent quality camera and maybe a cool clip in their car. So that's all pretty much gonna be on one video, probably like Friday or Saturday. Hopefully after Mustang Week, hopefully I'll be kind of back in my normal schedule of doing some videos. Like I said, I've been really busy with work and kind of been a little sick. You guys can probably kind of tell in my voice, but other than that, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one.